over the spring and, COVID, there wasn't a lot of social interaction. So I built up a little more esteem around being sober around people, but everybody's been super supportive.
What can you tell me about how you went into season 5 and how that journey is going to play out?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously last, right around January, so I'll start. So in December 2019, I actually went to a Tony Robbins conference in Florida. A friend of mine, I had seen the documentary. And so I went down there. I was just, really looking to find myself and just make some changes. So yeah, I basically got sober from March until middle of June, end of June. Going into the season, I was feeling really good. I learned a lot about myself. I don't have to drink to be fun or to be the cool guy. And I kind of was like that in the past, and certainly had some other things, other things I was working on personally, and it's just better to work on those when you're sober. So I went into the summer, thinking moderation was going to be, kind of my friend. I felt really good about that. I will say it's hard being in the house with, everybody and just, having all this different stuff going on. So, I did have some drinks here and there. I felt pretty good about it, how I was handling that. So you'll see kind of this balance of you'll see Carl a lot more, going to bed earlier, waking up earlier. So it's a side of me that's been there. I just, the last 4 seasons, it's been, you see me Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which, is definitely a slice of who I've been in the past. But I think this year I think it'll be cool. People really see how hard we work day to day. I was really taking good care of myself. Obviously, you'll have to tune in to see how it all kind of finishes out. But yeah.
Is there a pressure that you put on yourself that because you're on a show and, you're trying to entertain and be a good time, that maybe, were you worried at all about drinking less on the show and still being, entertaining, fun Carl and showing people a different side of you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something I'm just learning on my own, just in my own skin. I mean, it's surprising, but I've maybe up until a couple of years ago, I have a lot, I have social anxiety when I'm in big groups or I'm meeting people. So, I would drink to kind of loosen up. And I think a lot of us do that. But it was when I was drinking past that point and becoming someone that didn't really want to be around. So over the spring and, COVID, there wasn't a lot of social interaction. So I built up a little more esteem around being sober around people. But everybody's been super supportive. I'll say that. I mean, all my friends, Kyle, Amanda on down, Lindsay, they just want me to be happy. And I think, I told myself going into summer, if I had kind of a game plan when I was going to drink, have 1 or 2, turn it off. Or if I have more than 2, make sure you mix waters in. I don't know. I try to not think about it that much because it's my whole story is either I'm fucked up or I'm not, pardon my language. I'm a lot more than just my drinking and partying. And I hope this season you'll see a lot other side of, Carl himself, regardless of drinking or partying, who is this guy? Because unfortunately, like I said, the show kind of revolves around the weekends. And people don't really see the full Carl, but yeah, I think it'll be good.
What was it like having sober, I don't know if he's made it sober the entire summer, but sober Carl in the house?
It was amazing because I think a lot of the fights that you guys have seen in the past have not been a fully coherent Carl. Mm-hmm. I know that there were moments that I was he doesn't remember that fight, or he doesn't remember saying that. And he's actually dealt with a lot of hate over the years. I think people thinking that's his actual character, but people alcohol can really help you cope with issues. Well, it doesn't help, but he was coping with issues that were deeper than him fighting with Lindsay. So I think this summer was a perfect time, and quarantine for everyone was a perfect time to stop, because the world has stopped, and reflect on your life. And I think that the Carl this summer was very raw.
Carl sober is the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd have
Right.
I thought I would say those words, but he was a really great voice of reason. In moments where I was even I had a very emotional season, and in the house, I was kind of breaking down at some points, and he was kind of keeping us all together. I'm just wait, am I in the twilight? You never, it was just a completely different Carl, and the most refreshing Carl. And, I think that because of him kind of keeping us all together, it really made us a lot stronger. I mean, Lindsay and I and him, our friend, because he was just really great to be around.
Listen, Carl's one of my favorite people in the world. He's such a great guy, and You know, he brings so much to the table as a human being. He's just funny. He's super outgoing. He's very, very smart. He's such, like, when it comes to his sales and everything and in life. And God, it was a treat, man, because he's a great dude. And he's he's a type, you know, when you walk in a room and you just want to be around someone because they bring life to everybody around them. That's Carl. And you know, when Carl has that, you know, like with him being sober and bringing that to the table all the time, it's great. He's a really good dude. I love Carl.
Do you think that he and Paige should give it a shot? Because, you know,
I mean, listen, like I said, even for them, I'm a fan of both of them. So, you know, if they give it a shot, maybe they give it a shot. I don't know, but if they did, whatever, etc., I would fully support them.